Welcome to O Talkin' with Dave. Put your hands together for the pastor of positivity whose glass is always at least half full. Here's Dave.
Hey, how we doing out there? I hope you're doing great. Sorry to keep you waiting. That's what we're talking about today. Waiting. Oh, just talking about it. Just saying wait. You know how that gets me. I am not patient. The thing is, in life, we find out a lot of times I'm not going to say the hard way, but the long way, that things are worth the wait. Waiting is brutal. Oh, so brutal. It's not convenient. It's not annoying. It's brutal, especially for somebody like me. I want it now, right now. Microwave's not fast enough. Because waiting lives in that uncomfortable space between where you are and where you believe you're supposed to be. A very uncomfortable space. Limbo. Purgatory. Whatever you want to call it. And here's the part nobody likes. You can do everything right, and you still have to wait. That doesn't seem fair. What the heck? I did it all right. I played by the rules. I'm a good person. Why am I having to wait? And it can be anything. It can be whatever you need to wait for. I mean, just a few things. You know, I try to act cool about these things, but still waiting for it. And I talk to people, and I hear a lot of people with stories that, my heart goes out to them. Maybe they're waiting for the right person, not just someone who fits without friction. I know in the movie Rent, they talk about, someone's got baggage. Well, hey, I'm just looking for somebody whose baggage fits with mine. But it causes you to have to wait. Maybe that right opportunity, a job or a deal or that opening that actually moves the needle. More money, more security, more prestige, whatever it is. It's financial stability. Can I catch a break? Can I quit living paycheck to paycheck? When survival starts being less than a daily objective, with that comfort level, financial stability, waiting on that. How about recognition? Hey, what about me? When finally people will finally see what you're doing, what you're building, what you've accomplished, your worth. The fact that you show up. You're the first one there, you're the last one to leave. And it's not acknowledged. Can you give me some recognition here? I've been waiting. I've been working. Or how about just a healing? And it can be a medical healing from an injury or something, but also just some emotional healing from a loss or from betrayal or abandonment or just life. Sometimes it hurts and takes longer to heal. You're waiting on that. When can I feel better? And many times it's just some clarity. When your decisions stop feeling like wild guesses, just wild ass guesses, wags everywhere. There's some clarity, some certainty. Then confidence. Confidence is something a lot of people have to wait on. Real confidence, not fake bravado, something that you've earned. It may not be loud, it could be quiet, but at least confidence in yourself. Timing is a killer when you're waiting. Because the effort and opportunity, when that finally aligns, but waiting on that, I remember getting out of school looking for a first job. Okay, I had the education, I didn't have the experience. All right, well, give me a chance, I'll get the experience. I've got the education, and finally somebody gives you a chance, but that's a waiting on that job opportunity, and letting that timing match up. And then results. I'm a sales guy. It's a sales game. From all the work you've been doing so hard and you just can't get any traction. You feel like you're living in anonymity. 5 syllables. And you have. and you don't feel like you're doing any good or making a difference. Just waiting on those results. And then another thing is, I'll just say peace of mind. You know, that internal exhale that you can just, all right, I feel like I got a handle on this. I feel like I can finally relax. The truth about waiting is the average person spends years of their life waiting for something. And all of those things I named before, we could list 100 things. I hope you're thinking of some of those things that you waited for, and some things now that you are waiting for. But research shows that uncertain waits feel significantly longer than the known ones. I mean, if you know it's going to take 6 months, all right, you know it's 6 months. The uncertain ones, is it tomorrow? Is it any day now? No, it could be longer. It could be 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months. No. Certainty helps you. And then anticipation often causes more stress than the actual outcome. Oh my goodness. Can I tell you about my vasectomy or my colonoscopy? Yeah, the anticipation was far worse than the event. I would have waited longer. And of course, Sir Thomas Petty penned it very well. The waiting is the hardest part. The waiting is the hardest part. I don't sing a lot on here because I don't sing as well as Tom Petty, and he's questionable at best. But the thing is, Tom wasn't talking about traffic. He was talking about probably love. However, it's true. The waiting in line. I can't do it. I'm not good. I'm not built for that. Much less waiting for a life event, like most of us either are or have been in the past. So some of the analogies you can make to this is like, farmers. Oh my goodness, an experienced farmer does a lot of waiting. Just think of all that goes into planting a crop. Prepping the soil, get everything ready, and the fertilizer and the off season and all the pesticides and all that. Then he plants the seed. Then he's got to wait. And it's a long time before you see anything, and then all of a sudden it starts happening. And a farmer has that, a seasoned farmer has done that many, many times, and the more you do it, the more you're accustomed to it. Waiting on that payday. A farmer, you don't get paid as you go. You got to be able to budget and do things very well. So that's part of the waiting. I've got friends who are on competitive cooking teams, the old barbecue. They talk about how slow cooked meat, tough cuts of meat or whatever, slow cooked is best. But you got to wait on it. It beats fast food every time. Then, of course, diamonds. That's a great example. I talk to a lot of gold and diamond mines, and sometimes, there's things that they do that speed up the process. You still have to wait on it, though. If you rush it, it's not going to be the quality. It's not going to be the right timing. It's not going to be the right person. So waiting is like tracking a package you really want. You ordered it. You keep checking it. Even though you know that's not going to make it come any faster. You check your tracking 17 times. I remember when I was young, Christmas. I couldn't wait for Christmas. Couldn't wait for Santa Claus to come. And I would go in a couple of weeks before Christmas. I'd sneak in there in the morning, look under the tree, just in case he came early. Never did. All those years. You'd think I'd have got a bone thrown at me every now and then. So why is waiting so difficult? No matter what you're waiting for. For me, and I think for a lot of people, you can't control the timing. You're helpless to some degree on the timing. An uncertainty of the timing or the actual conclusion of the wait is, am I ever going to get this? It drains your energy. You're waiting for the right person or the right event or the right season of your life. You don't know. There's no certainty that it's coming. It drains your energy. And the comparison messes with your head. Just, is this it? Is this it? Or is that it? Or what am I waiting on? Is this good or bad? Or, comparing my weight to somebody else's weight. W-A-I-T, not W-E-I-G-H-T. I didn't mean to have a spelling contest here. And also, doubt starts getting louder the more you wait. It drowns out the truth many times. It tests you. It really does. And we've been conditioned now, in 2026, we're conditioned for speed. Let's go. What are we waiting on? You're waiting for a person? Look at all the dating apps out there. Go find that person. Yeah. So who struggles most with waiting? Me, first of all. But there's like 4 different groups that's analyzed why they struggle with waiting so much. First is high achievers. They're used to effort producing results. We, by God, get things done. That's why I'm here. It's what I do. I'll get it done. I achieve. This is what I do. And it should happen quickly. Make them wait. Control-driven people. Control freaks, they hate not steering. They hate not driving to the outcome. They got to wait on it. And yes, I'm using the word hate. Your control people freaks them out. Then overthinkers. An overthinker does not like silence. And because an overthinker, silence feels like something's wrong. And then they don't like that. And they'll overthink what's wrong. Why is it wrong? Who's wrong? Can't be me. And then the last one is highly emotional people. They feel every tick, tock of a wait. Every inch of a gap between now and when it's coming, because you don't know. Oh, I'm getting anxiety, and I'm really not the 3 of these different groups. However, I can see why it bothers them. Well, what about male versus female? Are male better? Are males? Are men better waiters? Better at waiting than females? Or are females better at waiting than males? There's no difference. Not really. No discernible difference. However, men tend to struggle more with a lack of progress or control, while women, they tend to feel the weight of uncertainty around more of an emotional strain. They feel that a little more deeply than men. But other than that, it's brutal on everybody. It's different pressure, but also different discomfort. So people, this is a topic that has been around forever, and we've been waiting for an answer. Get it? But people who delay gratification tend to have better long-term outcomes. Say that again. People who can delay gratification have better long-term outcomes. Now, some people in today's society, delaying gratification, what are you kidding me? I want it now. I want it to feel great. I want it to feel great right now. I'm hungry. What do I want? I can DoorDash it. DoorDash it and fast enough. They're going to be drone dropping like crazy. They're already doing that, by the way. And then studies show that people value things more than when they had to wait on them. Well, now, Dave, what are you doing to us? Waiting sucks. But now you're saying waiting is better? Joyce Meyer or Mayer, I don't know. She's the female televangelist. She said, patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while you're waiting. Bite me, Joyce. That attitude it's hard. It's hard. We want it now. We deserve it. So what about faith? I quoted Joyce for a reason. My faith is strong. It is. I've done some dabbling with the faith on these O-Talks. I don't want to go too far because I don't want I just don't want it to think that it's all mumbo jumbo here. But how does faith change your weight? Well, belief that timing isn't random. There's a plan. I've done perfect timing. I've looked back at that. When I look back, I consider myself fortunate to be able to look back and see, oh, I see why I had to wait on that. I see why it happened when it did. Yeah. So faith will build into that no matter what your faith is in. It's not random. There's a plan somewhere. There's a timeline. And that gives me solace. Also, you trust that the delay is not denial. I'm not being told no. I'm being told not now. That's better, right? Yeah. I remember Dad, growing up, he would always, when I would ask for something, I didn't ask for a lot, and we'd go to a hardware store, or we had a project, I would ask, I always wanted a hatchet. Someday, son, someday. Well, after you hear that for 40 years, you're beginning to think, at first it's like, oh, okay, delay's not denial. Well, I ended up I bought my own hatchet. So, hey, I got the hatchet. I had to wait, but I got it, and it was worth it. It was glorious. I would have hurt myself as a child with a hatchet. I don't know why a hatchet. Maybe I watch a lot of cowboy and Indian movies. But anyway, trust that delay is not denial. Another one, how faith helps with the wait. You have a peace. You can have a peace without full understanding. It reminds me of that song Granny Clampett used to sing. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. One of the verses is, I've got the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. That's it. Peace without full understanding. Faith can give you that because you believe in a master plan. Also, confidence that something is unfolding. That's almost like the timeline, or that time isn't random. But something's unfolding. So I want this, but there's some things that have to happen before this. Confidence in that. And then just the strength to stay the course. Faith that staying the course will bring a reward. Faith does not remove the weight. Billy Graham had to wait. Jesus had to wait. He did. But it does remove the panic. I believe that 100%. I've got that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I ask God all the time, what in the world are you thinking? I've got this figured out. Why don't you? He's shaking his head right now. I can feel it. So we got to wait. We're going to have to. It's inevitable. How do we live during the wait? This is where most people blow it. This is the difference between people who come out stronger from the wait and then people who come out bitter. In this case, bitter and better. So here's 5 things. Let me give you some do's and don'ts. And I'm not being preachy. I'm giving them to me. You know that. So 5 things to do during the wait. Keep moving. Progress doesn't stop just because results haven't shown up yet. If you're looking for somebody, look for somebody. Don't wait for them to come knocking on your door. Go look for them. Build yourself. Skills, a mindset, discipline. This is a time to upgrade. Be a better product at home, work, and play so that when it happens and the wait is over, they get the upgrade. It's fantastic. That might actually help close the time. And then just in general, control what you can. Your effort, your attitude, your consistency, own those. I can't control everybody else, but I can control me. And then it sounds cliche, but stay present. Don't miss today. Part of the journey is part of the lesson, which is part of the reward. Don't miss today waiting on tomorrow. It's a scratch, not a pick. And then prepare for it. Act like it's coming. Because when it shows up, it's not going to wait on you. I love that Ashley McBride song talking about, Be ready when the big man calls, because he ain't going to call you twice. Lots of sports analogies with that. You go to a revival meeting praying for rain. Take your umbrella. That's things to do during the wait. All right, how about some things that maybe you shouldn't do while you're waiting? Don't settle just to end the discomfort. Man, people do this. Short-term relief is going to lead to long-term regret with people, places, things. Take that one to the bank. Don't compare your timelines. Somebody else's highlight reel and their story has nothing to do with you. Don't compare it. That's going to lead to a lot of different things. That's going to lead to resentment. It's going to lead to negative thoughts, and it's going to cause you to settle. Come on, stay the course. Don't stop showing up. Quiet seasons are not dead seasons. Quiet seasons are for preparation and reflection. And they hurt. And they're awful. But they lead to clarity. But show up. Don't give up. Don't let doubt creep in and rewrite your narrative. You can feel it, but don't follow it. Feeling it is going to help. Yeah, I'm going to doubt this. I'm going to doubt that. Okay. After doubt comes clarity and confidence. Don't follow doubt down a bad path. And then this is a tough one. It's easy for me to say. I'm waiting on stuff, but it's easy for me to say to you while you're waiting on something, but don't waste the wait. It's training. It's not punishment. It's preparing you for the reward. And if you don't go through it, it's not worth the wait. It's training, not punishment. And so during all of this, you got your do's, you got your don'ts. What do you have to have? What are some must-haves during the wait? Alrighty, here we go. Patience and discipline. I'm so glad I didn't say humility. Patience and humility are a 1-2 punch that has knocked me out so many times. Patience and discipline are two things you must have during the wait, because that might be the very reason you're having to wait. So you can learn some patience. So you can learn some discipline for the next wait or for the reward that's coming that makes the wait worthwhile. Worthwhile. I put a D instead of E on the end. Sorry. Patience and discipline. You must have that. Consistency without applause. You got to have that, because people may not even know you're waiting. And you have to stay the course, even if no one is patting you on the back or telling you how patient and disciplined you are. And, oh, it's going to be worth it someday, Dave. You hang in there, buddy. Yeah. Self-respect. You must have self-respect, because there's going to be pressure. It's going to be a pressure cooker at times. Maybe your own internal pressure. You got to keep your self-respect. You're worth it. Whatever you're waiting on, you're worth it. And you got to be aware during this wait of your growth. I'm not just stagnant. I'm doing the upgrade. I'm working on me. I'm knocking off some rough edges. I'm learning patience and discipline. And then, this is key. Standards. You got to have standards that don't drop when the wait gets hard. Whether you're waiting on a person, a place, or a thing, or a position, or a puppy, whatever. Don't drop your standards, because you're going to settle and you're not going to get the full reward. And that reward is glorious. I can attest to many things that I've waited on. Sometimes I was forced to wait, but I waited. you're going to get better decisions. You're going to get wisdom, better decisions, stronger character. Yeah, it made me so much stronger. Higher quality outcomes if you wait for it. Let it rise. Let that roux get dark. Let everybody get ready for you. I know people that have waited, that they waited 20 years for somebody. They got that person 20 years ago. He wasn't done yet. His cornbread was still all gooey in the middle. But you're going to get higher quality outcomes. And also, you're going to get a deeper appreciation. Thank God I waited. And you'll be grateful for it at that point. And then you'll have alignment instead of regret. I am not in control. It was the right timing. Things did have to unfold. I had to get ready. And then it comes along and it's like, all right, let's go. So true. I mean, a lot of things. The opportunity that took longer but changed everything, that's a real world thing. It took longer, but then when it happened, everything changed. It was so much better. That relationship that you didn't rush into, if you'd have rushed into, the right person might not have been available. And because you had to wait, the right person is available, and the timing was perfect. Never even conceived the possibility that you and that person could get together. But you waited and it happened. Yeah. Or how about that setback? You almost gave up, but it forced growth. The growth that you didn't even know you needed. Maybe you're the problem. Positive outcome, though. A delayed success. My success was delayed. Oh, if I'd have been successful in my 20s, I would have been impossible to be around. Because the delayed success, it actually lasts. And then that door that slammed in your face, that saved you from going in a wrong room, kept you out of the wrong room, because you would probably have been successful in the wrong room and missed out on that open door in the right room. Most people don't see it in the moment, but later, it wouldn't change a thing. I believe that now. The things I am waiting on now, I'm better because I had to wait in the past. Yeah. So if you're waiting, if you have been waiting and you got your reward, that's great. If you didn't get what you thought, well, maybe some of this is what you did while you were waiting. However, if you're waiting, or if you have to wait again in the future, just understand you're not behind. You're not being overlooked. And you're definitely not stuck. You're being built. You're cooking. But when you're being built, a building takes longer than just wishing. To build a building, it's complicated and it takes time. You can wish for something that's not real. So don't rush when you're being built. Don't trade long-term right that stands the test of time for a quick hit, for a short-term relief. And don't walk away 5 minutes before it shows up. That's why you don't quit. You can stop. But people quit all the time 5 minutes before it shows up. Good things, the right things, they take time. They last longer. They mean more and change you in the process. So stay with it. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. And when it does, you'll realize it was never just about what you were waiting on. It was about who you become while you're waiting. And that alone is always worth the wait. I hope this hits something. I hope it it gave you some relief or a little bit of comfort, let me know. Hit me up, david@otalks.com or davidotalks.com, or just hop on otalks.com and ride the train. That tells you how to get a hold of me. You don't have to wait. Just go ahead. Pop in there. You email me. The wait will be short. I answer them all. But I appreciate it. It's having something be worth the wait makes the wait a lot less stressful. And the more you do it, the better it gets. And the better you get at it. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging on. But most of all, thanks for O-Talking with Dave. Giddy up.
Have you recently started a new job and feeling a little overwhelmed with all the new challenges and requests from your coworkers? We know just how you feel, and we are here to help. Call Greenhorn Supply. We have everything you're being asked to deliver. Blinker fluid, polka dot paint, metric hammers. Don't look dumb just because you're new. Let us help you out. We've got left-handed screwdrivers, hammer grease, and if you need a bucket of steam, we just got in a truckload. And if you call in the next 3 minutes, we'll give you our free instruction manual covering how to milk a bull and how to get to the second floor or the basement of a one-story building. Call 1-800-486-3862. That's 1-800-I-AM-DUMB. Or visit our website at greenhornsupply.no.edu. Plug in your social security number and credit card info and we'll deliver your order same day. Or just send us cash to 1449 Gullible Lane, BFE, OU 812, and we'll deliver your order same day. Don't look stupid just because you're new. Call Greenhorn Supply.